What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Toshi today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Let's get into it, okay? Let's talk about it here. Here we are at 30769 right now. Having a little bit of a recovery, aren't we? Up 6.6% this hour. It's looking like the real deal. I need to make this video quick so that you guys can get the information. I think you're about to move up higher. I definitely do. I think you're on your way to seeing targets that are above this. You're on a 1 hour aspect by the end of the day. Absolutely. Probably by the time most of you watch this video, unfortunately, you'll be up at 3009 to 3097. Hopefully some people bought. I know in the Discord we were talking about how prime Toshi was down at these areas. I didn't buy. I bought some other coins that also pumped during this time, but Toshi did rather well, didn't it? Let's see. From a low to a high, what'd you see yesterday? 60% move, bro. That's phenomenal. Basically nonstop to the upside. It's phenomenal. A couple swings here and there. Not bad, man. Toshi, just so you guys are aware too, I'm not, and forgive my bedhead, man, I'm not really that keen on meme coins, but Toshi is one of the two meme coins that are in like the top 500 coins that I would actually consider buying, that I actually think has some growth to do, some very phenomenal. It's one of the few coins that I think, as far as meme coin goes, in the top 200, 300, whatever, that actually has a 100x potential. And that's because whenever it came out, it didn't come out at this like multi-billion-dollar market cap that it maintained for months for the VCs and the people who made the project to exit and use you as exit liquidity. You know what I mean? This thing actually came at not a relatively low market cap. Hundreds of millions of dollars is still low, but low enough to where someone like me, a speculator, an investor, can see the potential that it has to grow. And it definitely has potential to grow, my friends. Looking at this too, looking at the chart, just enough talk about my thoughts on that. Just looking at the chart for itself, this is a perfect, it's beautiful, man. It's a double bottom right there, right? It's a perfect double low. Almost looks like you're getting set up for some kind of atom and atom pattern, maybe. Regardless, it is some kind of double bottom, and I'm very excited about that. Anytime I see a look like this, and I've pointed out charts time and time again that normally it takes a lot longer than just a 4-hour period to point stuff out like this, but when you have a big downtrend and you get this kind of W look at the base, if you can buy before you get above the nipple, that's oftentimes the most ideal time to buy. So I know that sounds a little bit counterintuitive, being that yesterday we were literally at prices that are basically 46% lower than where we're at now. Not 46% lower, we're 46% higher. What I mean by that is, 46% right here, but if we go back to the low, it's 32%. So technically 32% lower. Math is weird. Up is different than down, if that makes sense. You can only move down 100%, but you can move up hundreds of percents, right? So that's a little bit as to why, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, high to low here. High to low here, we likely will go above this high. Okay, you're at 0.000773 right now. You get to that 3 sevens, it's a lucky number, man. You're probably going to break out and see targets around 0.0015 to 0.002, and inevitably, absolutely, you're going to go beyond that, right? So you've moved up a good 60% from low to high already, but you've got another solid like 97, 100% move in the bag, 163% in the bag probably over the coming days. Certainly, I would think by the end of next week, I really do think that you'll be worth 0.0015 or higher by the end of next week, so within like the next 10 days, okay? You might even be higher than that. You genuinely could be higher than that. These meme coins, man, they can get rather explosive, and with a bottom like that, man, that's some powerful stuff. Inevitably, I don't know if it's by the end of next week, but inevitably, I suspect that you will reach for targets that are above half a cent, even for targets that are at a cent and higher, of course. Let's just see what targets would line up with that, actually. I'm going to take this away. If we go from a high here to a low here, we get the actual low. Maybe I should take this low, because that's like the fake out low. I'm going to take this low. It'll make the targets more conservative. But look at that, actually. They line up pretty well. I bet it lines up pretty well either way, though. Let's see. Yeah, it actually lines up even better this way, I think. Tomato, whatever. Anyways, I'm going to take it from this just because I feel like this low here, while it's not the true low, I feel like that's the low of the move from this high to low that we're measuring. Looking at it, I don't know. I keep going back and forth. I'm gonna take this low. Okay. Oftentimes, it's not this hard to discern. But if I'm looking at it truthfully, I feel like this all was part of the same move down. So even though it seems like a fake out, I guess it is all part of the same move here. Hopefully this is actually more educational than it is confusing, because you guys are seeing my thought process work here, right? Normally I would call that as the low to measure, but just looking at this, I feel like it's appropriate. This was all part of the same move. I feel like it's appropriate. You had this little whatever in the middle there, but high to low, 1272 is at 0.0038 cents. 1414 lining up perfectly with that 2618 at about half a cent. Your 1618 is right in the middle of the money zone here, the 3113 to the 2886. That's the money zone. So at the highest, I would probably see that you could go to 0.007 to 0.006, somewhere in that range at the absolute highest, though I kind of doubt it. Right now, I am liking this idea of just below half a cent there. 0.0047 seems to be a good number. Double golden ratio right there. The 2618 is the golden extension. And then, of course, a good given minimum, I think, would be 0.00, probably 0.0038, not 0.0035. It's common enough with your 2272 to go a little bit above it. So 0.0038 at a minimum, 0.0047 likely, and then 0.007 as your maximum. Okay. From the current price, basically what I'm calling for is about a 6x move, and I would expect this to happen, if not over the coming weeks, definitely by the end of March. I suspect that's what's going to happen. So Toshi, you're at the forefront of bigger and better things to go. Meme coins, what I love about meme coins the most is also kind of what I dislike about them the most, is that they can just pump so fast in a very short amount of time. Love it because if you're on the train, it's a joyride, man. It's like a shot of adrenaline. Hate it because if you're not on the train, there's not really any options to get in. Oftentimes these things, they do just move straight up, and you never know if you're buying at the right time. And even if you are, right, even if you are, word of the wise here, right, even if you did buy here on this 20% drop and you caught the absolute low of that and you feel super smart, if you didn't sell at the right time, well, you actually lost money, and you're at lower prices now still all this time later. You know what I mean? So even in the midst of a pump, even if you buy at the right time, getting out is also part of the process. So screw all that noise. Get rid of the anxiety, get rid of the guesswork, look at it for what it's at now, man. You've got this very deep W here. I say very deep, it's on the 4 hour. It's probably not that deep at all, but nice double bottom, good levels of volume coming at both, good positive reactions at both. There's no doubt in my mind at all, you guys, that not only will you get above this, which again, that would prompt you to about 100% move to something that could be like 150% move over the coming days by the end of next week, right? Once you get above this, that's what that would prompt. But beyond that, I think that this double bottom here really prompts new all-time highs, which again, the minimum target's at like 0.0035, maximum target's at 0.007, likely target around half a cent itself, which is anything from a 6x, you know, like maybe a 3.5x, probably it would be like a 4.5x to, what would the top be there at 0.007? That would be an 8x, 9x. So yeah, you've got anything from like a 4.5x to a 9x, with the likely target being somewhere in the middle there at about just over a 6x coming up for Toshi. I would definitely buy here. There's no problems at all. If anybody's wondering, is it a good time to buy? I hope it's been clear enough, but in case you need somebody to tell you who's not afraid to tell you, absolutely, it's a great time to buy. Not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. Make your own decisions. Look things up if you want to do it. You know, you never know. It is a meme coin. It can just drop to zero at any given moment. But again, out of all the meme coins that I've seen in the markets right now, you know, Toshi, I would say if I really, I said two, but I lied. I guess there's 3 meme coins that I would consider buying that are in like the that are on exchanges. They're not decentralized meme coins. I still buy plenty of decentralized meme coins, but I don't talk about them because that's like the meme coin arena. You guys could get screwed. I get screwed plenty in there, you know, and so I don't want to advertise that at all, right? Not because I'm ashamed of myself. I will admit anytime that I'm wrong. I don't care. You can't shame me, man. I just don't want other people to get wrecked is the purpose for that. But Toshi, Turbo, and Floki are probably the only 3 memes that I would actually consider buying, if at all. But they are still memes, okay? They are still meme coins. Be aware of what you're buying. Be aware of the tokenomics, stuff like that. If you want to buy this coin, don't buy it because some guy on YouTube told you to buy it. Buy it because you like the tokenomics. Buy it because you think that it's at a decent market cap and you see the potential of it growing. You know, it hasn't really had its big debut as far as like a Coinbase or a Binance pump goes. It's only really dropped, so we're going to have that coming up here pretty soon. I've got nothing else to say. I feel like I'm running out of gas, so hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I hope that this video was pretty clear. On the 4 hour time frame, by the way, I don't normally use the ribbon on the 4 hour, but because that's all we have here, really, because you're just so new, I really do like that you got above your ribbon and you found support. You just found support on this 4 hour right on that yellow line. So I'm going to end the video here. That way the message gets out. Hopefully people can buy before you are above this nipple here. I don't know if it's going to happen today, but by the end of this week, if not certainly by the end of next week, within the next 10 days, I'd very much expect that we see another 100% or likely higher amount of growth from here at 0.000777. Okay. Take it easy, you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.